Hey guys, welcome to video number 3 of Foodpress, how to add custom meal types, dish types, and locations for your site. Let's get started. There we go. I am now at my dashboard, which is pretty empty. I'm going to go to our Foodpress tab here. You'll notice that the general Foodpress settings are pretty bare. It will still work no matter what, but I'm going to go ahead and enter in my meal type. For instance, I want to put, I'm just going to type meal type. This can be anything though. This can be dinner types, whatever you'd want. This is just for an example. And this is going to be dish type. These aren't going to be displaying on the front end. Nowhere is it going to say meal type or dish type. I'm also going to add an additional category. You know what? Let's not do that right now. Let's just do the main two. I'm going to hit Save Changes here. And then we'll go over here to our menu items. And we'll see that we now have our first category, meal type. Second category, dish type. And location. The location category is going to be used for if you have multiple restaurants or locations for your specific brand. That's going to be default here in the new Foodpress version, 1.1.9. So let's go ahead and check out our meal types. It is bare right now, so I'm going to create one of our meal types. We're going to put breakfast, and I want this to be displayed as the first meal type on our front end, so I'm just going to put one breakfast for our slug, just so everything is ordered by the slug number. This does not show on the front end. There's no one dash anything anywhere, so that's not going to be a problem. I'm going to throw a small description in here. You'll see why I'm doing this in the next video, but actually I may do it this video, so I'm just going to throw a small description in here for our breakfast meals that will display on the front end. If I could type. There we go. I would choose the milk. I'm going to choose a menu type icon here. Let's get a good breakfast icon. Let's go with some toast. And an image. Let's see here. Got some images here for our breakfast items. I'm going to throw in pancakes. So we're going to use this image. And I'm going to add that meal type. There we go. I'm going to add a few more here. Breakfast, lunch. So I'm going to name this to lunch for our slug so it comes in order. Ah, man. There we go. Choose a menu type icon. We're gonna go with something that says lunch here. Let's go with a burger. I'm gonna upload an image, and there's a burger. Add new meal type. Okay. And let's do dinner. Don't forget your slug, so it stays in order on the front end of your website to order those categories. There we go. And let's choose an icon for our dinner. I'm going to choose the chafing dish here, and then upload. Let's go with ribs. Alright, and last but not least, let's do drinks. You can add as many as you want to, guys. So these are going to be the main categories. If you're going to subcategorize your menu items, so for instance you have dinner and then you want to put all your dinner items obviously underneath that category. For your dish types you could put steaks, chicken, seafood, burgers, entrees, whatever you want to. So there's definitely ways to separate this out. Just got to be creative, take your time, and write out your menu how you want it to display, and then come into the Foodpress system and develop it how you need it to be developed accordingly. I don't know, we'll just throw that in there. We'll grab another icon here. Is that a martini? I don't know. Possibly. Margarita. And I'm gonna... Oops, I forgot to add the image there. So you see that drinks is added. I did not add the image, so I'm gonna edit that real quick. And I'm gonna add our drink image. Throw a bottle of wine in there with the glass. And I'm gonna update that. So at any time you can go back if you do a quick edit or edit. There's your name, there's your slug. If you do the full edit, you can go in, change everything. Description, the icon, and the image. The icon and the image only show up for the box style menu. I will show you what that is here in a second. I'm taking enough time, but that is basically how you create all of your meal types. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, and drinks. Let's add a dish type here. So for our breakfast, I want to go with different types of pancakes that we may have for our breakfast menu. Again, I want to order my subcategories in a specific order, so I'm going to put my pancakes first. 1-pancakes. I'm not going to put a description at this time, so I'm going to add that. Let's add eggs. You don't have to put the slug. If you find out that you want to order things later, you can come back and do that at any time. Pancakes, eggs, waffles. So let's go to 3 waffles. And then let's add, what else for breakfast, guys? Crepes. There we go. Now that's breakfast. I want to add some things for lunch. Sandwiches. Again, this order for the dish types, since it's not going to be part of the breakfast menu, I can go ahead and just type in 1 sandwiches, because that 1 in the sandwiches is only going to appear when I tell it to under that specific category. It's not going to go under the breakfast category, and I'll show you how we definitely order that on the menu system when we get there. Sandwiches. Let's throw some, some wraps in there. And the reason I'm doing this one step at a time, guys, and not just adding a bunch and fast forwarding is so you can go along with me if you need to and create your menu. You're more than welcome to fast forward or watch the video on later if you'd like to, but I'm going to go through step by step for anyone out there that needs to take their time and make sure they're following my directions. So we got sandwiches, we've got wraps. I want to put some burgers on there. And then what else do we want for our lunch menu? One of the bigger ones, appetizers. I'm just going to have the apps. It doesn't really matter. You know what? I'll just match it. I could just put 4, but it's better just to spell everything out and match it so I know wherever I'm at in the website, it matches up with each other. So we've got 4 for each one of those. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. We're going to go with chicken. Again, I'm giving it the slug order with 1 because it's only going to show up in our dinner menu, and I'll show you how we do that later. Chicken, steaks, my favorite menu item. That'd be a good steak, though. Seafood. Okay, and let's go with, what do we got here? Chicken, steaks, seafood, I don't know, salads for dinner. And again, it can be whatever we want it to be. And then for drinks, let's go with wine. Beer. You know what? Let's make it domestic beers. Import. Imports. And then kids drinks. Okay. And we are done with all of those. And again, you can have as many as you want to, guys. You'll see later on when I create this menu and display it on the front end, how nicely it displays. So I'm going to go to our menu items here. You'll notice that I've pre-populated some of these, of course. Creating a bunch of menu items can take a while, so I'm going to create one and show you how to label our meal type and dish type. So let's create our eggs for an example here. Here we go. That's our description field. If I want a subheader, I'd put that there, but I really don't need a subheader for that item. We have some icons here. We can show you what to do with those later. That will only appear if you go to Foodpress options and you enable those icons. It's kind of for special items. I'm going to paste our description in our short description field as well. Additional text. Let's just say add $1 for salsa, because I love salsa on my eggs. Price and online ordering. This option only comes with our online ordering add-on. It does not come with the basic Foodpress plugin. To get the online ordering ability, you need to go to our website, myfoodpress.com, and visit the add-ons page and purchase the add-on to be able to sell items on your website through the WooCommerce plugin, which is also free. I'm going to continue to go down here. Our eggs, we have a spice level. They're not really spicy, so I'm going to give it a 0, and that's not going to show up. Again, it'll show you here. 0 is not spicy. 5 is extremely hot and spicy. Calories, cholesterol, fiber, sodium, carbohydrates, fat, protein. All these items you can enter or not. If you don't have that information, don't enter it. It's not going to show up on the front end as zeros. It's not going to show up with these little values that we have placed here, placeholders. If you don't want something up here, don't put it. Ingredients. I'm not going to list anything because it's just eggs. Eggs and salsa. Let's set a featured image real quick. We've got some eggs in here. I think. I'll just do this. This looks like eggs. Okay. Now, the important part. The meal type and the dish type. Obviously, this is for breakfast. And we come down here and it's under our eggs menu. So, breakfast menu, and it's under the eggs dish category. If we had multiple restaurants, I would add a location. Let's publish this, and I'll show you how to add a location really quick. So I'm going to publish that menu item. There we go. And I'm going to go back here to the menu items categories, meal type, dish type, location. I'm going to basically do the same thing we just did for the meal types and dish types. I'm going to throw in California Kitchen. There we go. I'm also going to throw in where I live, Ohio. And again, I can order these any way I want to. I'm just kind of doing them in alphabetical order, but I want to make sure this slug matches. And let's go with California, Ohio, in Portland. That's where Ashan lives. There we go. So now we have our locations. Let's go back to our menu items, all of them. And now we can see that we have eggs, breakfast menu, which is it's under the meal type, and the dish category, it's under the egg menu. Let's call that something else, just so you don't get confused by eggs. And the name of the dish is eggs, and also it's under the egg dish type. Let's call it scrambled eggs. Okay. Update that. There we go. Sorry, guys. 1 second. We've got our scrambled eggs. They're under the breakfast menu, and they're under the eggs dish type. Okay. The location. Let's say we want to make those in the California kitchen location only. So I'm gonna update that, and there you go. The location, again, guys, is important. If you have different locations or restaurants that you only want this item to show up at, you want to make sure you enable this location field and you tag it going down the entire menu. Let's do a couple quick edits. Cafe espresso. Well, obviously, it's a drink. And let's see. We'll put it under our... It's definitely not a kid's drink. I didn't really make a coffee. Let's just throw it in a kid's drink for now. I know it's not a kid's drink. And location, we're going to go with Ohio. Update that. I'm going to go through all of these here, guys, because you can see they're all blank. Okay. Again, if I wanted to, I could bulk edit all these and make them the same. I'm not going to do that because I don't want them to all be the same. So quick edit, drinks, and we've got wine, and let's go with Portland. Okay, I'm going to go through all of these really quick as I can. Dinner for our spare ribs. Let's put it under steaks. Again, I could go back, I could create a new category and just call it ribs or meat, whatever you guys want. Let's throw it in California. Let's update it. The topless Tina burger. That's obviously, let's go for lunch, burgers, and Ohio kitchen. If you have a menu item that is on your lunch and dinner menu, it's the same. You can put it on both. If it's a different price, though, for your lunch and dinner menu, you may want to duplicate that menu item and call it out per the menu. So right now I'm just going to put this burger under the lunch menu, under the burgers dish type, and in the Ohio kitchen. So I'm going to update that. Here's a steak again. So we're going to go with dinner, steaks. Let's go with Portland. Update. Grilled Gouda cheese. Let's throw that at lunch. It's under sandwiches. So sandwich and Ohio. I'm just randomizing the locations, guys, so you can see later when I show these locations, only those items will display. Chicken risotto. Let's go with dinner, chicken, Portland. I know this is a long video. Stick with me. Or you guys can fast forward to when I'm done with this. Breakfast. We've got, these are pancakes in California. Quick edit. Breakfast. We've got crepes. And we're going to go with Ohio. We've got cereal. Breakfast. And we don't really have a category for this. For now, let's put it under the waffles category, just to show you on the front end that it does work. Let's put it under all three locations, because all of our restaurants will have oat grain cereal. So we'll update that. French toast, breakfast. We'll put this under, I don't know. I don't have a toast category. We'll just put it under pancakes. I just wanted to show you guys basically how we can get these on our front end. Ohio. And our omelet. So that's breakfast. It's definitely eggs. And I want it to be under California and Ohio. Portland, we'll pretend they don't know how to make a country style omelet. Alright, now, scrolling up through here, you can see all our meal types, all our dish types, and all of our locations have been called out. Well, let's do something with it. So let's go to our pages. I'm going to add a new page, and we're going to name it meal type menu. Okay, now let's use our short code generator and display our meal type menu. So I'm going to hit add a menu. Let's go with our full width menu. It's going to be thumb and text based. Okay, you can see as I change this, these values change down here, and we're adding to the shortcode. It's not duplicating anything, it's just changing that shortcode value. Please don't try to copy and paste and make your own shortcode. Chances are it will not work. Just go through this system one time, and whatever you click should work and display. Okay. Menu item box height, I'm going to leave it at default because the plugin knows what to do. All of my images sizes are the same. Descriptions are roughly the same, so it should display a nice picture on the front end. Language type, I'm going to leave that alone. We can do the language later. It's pretty basic. I don't have any featured items. We can discover that later as well. Item name. So I want to order my menu items by the menu order. That is the slugs that I entered, okay? So the slug value is using the menu order to say breakfast, lunch, dinner, drinks. That's how it's going to be ordered. My excerpt word count, let's throw in 20 just to make sure all my descriptions are about the same length. If you want to read more, you can. If not, then go on to another menu item. User interaction. We've got the lightbox pop-up window. We've got the do not link to anything, which will remove the read more text, and it will not do anything. It'll just be listed on your page with the description, the title, and the price. Single menu item. This is the add-on at our website as well, myfoodpress.com/add-ons. This gives you a page that is standalone that will be used just to display that menu item by itself. So if you want to click on a menu item, take you to another page, that is what that add-on is for. With the add-on, you can also use Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, and the other social networking sites to share that item. So right now I'm going to open the Lightbox interaction. Alright, this is important. Since we're doing a meal type menu, the type of menu I want to show is meal type. Okay. Now if I hover over this, it's asking me for our meal type ID to place in this box. I want to show just our breakfast menu. So let's put in the value of 39. Okay. Subcategorized by dish type. So the dish types that we have for our breakfast menu are pancakes, eggs, waffles. So I want to show those. So let's subcategorize it. Our meal type description, that was the description we placed when I was first creating the meal type, where it said all of our breakfast items come with blah, blah, blah. Let's show that on the front end. Again, you can easily click this yes or no. You can go back into your page once you've created the shortcode and change that value to yes or no. So let's make it yes. All right, here comes the selection of your location. This is what everyone's asking about. Can I have multiple restaurants? Can I have multiple locations? Yes, you can. Are the menus all completely different? They can be. If you do what I did and create the meal types, dish types, and the locations for those menu items. So I've got California, Ohio, and Portland. What I want to do is show, let's show the Ohio kitchen, 60, okay? Yeah, let's go with 60. So that's it. There's a menu code. There's our nice short code. I can copy and paste that, or I can just press my button and it's inserted into the page. Let's publish the page and see what we've got on the front end. If all went well, we should have a meal type menu, 100% width, with thumbnails, which is style 2. It's being ordered by the menu order, which is breakfast, lunch, dinner. Right now, this really doesn't matter because I'm only displaying the meal type of 39. So the order doesn't really matter at this point, but we'll get to that later. Word count, our description should be limited to 20 words. The menu type, SS3, is meal type menu. That's the type of menu it is. We're showing breakfast, which is 39. ID, it's our breakfast menu. We're categorizing by the dishes, and we're displaying the meal type description, and we're showing the Ohio location. Just going to update that one more time, and we're going to view that page. Alright, so you can see here we've got breakfast, we've got our pancakes, eggs, waffles, and crepes. And something went completely wrong. I'm going to pause this really quick, and we will continue in a second. Okay, guys, I'm back. The problem that I had was I forgot I had done for a different project. I was hiding some content with CSS, so none of the items were displayed under pancakes, eggs, waffles, and crepes. So anyway, we've got what we wanted to after I hit the publish button for the shortcode that we just worked on. We're showing the meal type menu of breakfast. Here's our little meal type description. All of our breakfast items come with your choice of coffee or milk. All of your items that you've placed under pancakes will show here. All your egg items, your waffles, your crepes. Again, these background colors, the hover colors, everything can be changed. The price, background color, everything can be changed in the back end of Foodpress. Let's click on this item and see what happens. There we go. We've got a beautiful picture, some French toast, strawberries, blueberries. We've got our title up here, our price. Again, description, the title. Here's our ingredients. This is one of the items I listed out the ingredients in a list. The great part is you can use the text editor, the WYSIWYG editor in the back end to format that however you want. Color, titles, whatever you may need, even for SEO content. For some reason, when I created the French toast, I gave it a spicy level of 5. Maybe we've got some cayenne pepper on there. Again, these social icons will only appear with the single menu item add-on. That is an additional cost to the Foodpress plugin. It's pretty cheap, guys. I mean, for a one-time cost to get the social sharing icons on the bottom, it's not bad. So, again, you know, we can look through the different items here. It looks like I gave everything a spicy level of 5. I'm not sure why I did that, but probably just to showcase why that's like that. Let's go back to our menu items just to verify that that is correct. So one of the items that was on there was the granny crepes. Spicy level, let's give it a 0. Okay, that's updated. Let's refresh this page, check out granny crepes, and you'll see I changed that spice level to 0. Now that spicy level bar indicator is gone. Again, if you leave values that are empty, they won't show up. These nutritional values here, I put in. Again, this text here, the ingredients, nutritions, that is all changeable in the back end of Foodpress as well. You can call this nutritional facts. I'm not sure why it says nutritions, because that's not a word. But you can kind of get where I'm going with, guys. Let's go with another menu really quick, just to show you that this is the Ohio menu, and we can call this out via our page. So instead of calling this meal type menu, I can call it Ohio breakfast menu, or our Ohio menu. You know, you can call the page whatever you want to. This here is kind of just giving you the example. Let's create another page really quick, and we'll show you a cool version of the boxed menu. This is going to be boxed menu, and I'm just going to show all the food types and all the locations, so we get a nice full menu. I'm going to add a menu. I'm not even going to worry about this stuff up here, guys, because in a second that's not going to matter. Text-based, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Let's go. I'm gonna click thumb and text just for now in full width, like we would go through the menu going down it. Okay, I guess it does matter. Just go down through the order. We don't have any featured items. Menu order by menu order. Let's go with 20 again. I don't like long descriptions. If I want to read more about it, I'll read more. I'll click on it. We'll open the light box. Now let's go with categorize menu. This will give us 3 options for our menus, guys. So you'll notice general is just going to give you a basic list. If you click on meal type, you can display just a specific meal type. If I click categorize, it's going to let us go a little bit further into depth with how we want to display this. Normal list, box style, or tab style. Let's go with the box now, and we'll show you the options that we have. So I'm going to subcategorize by dish. Here's an option that's really cool. Allow collapsible dish type headers. Well, yes, I want to display that because I don't want to have to read through the entire list just to get to the pancakes that are on the breakfast menu. So let's display the collapsible option for that. Show all items if empty dish type items. So we don't have any empty dish types. We at least have one dish type with, or all dish types with one item in it. If you want to show that you have chili peppers under your breakfast menu for some odd reason, but you don't have anything under it, you can select this option and it will show on the front end, but it'll be empty underneath it. So we put that option in there just in case. We had a request that someone wanted it, so it's there. Show meal type description. Yes, I want to show our description again. That was every breakfast item comes with toast and milk. And location IDs. I want to show all of the locations because for this menu, I'm going to pretend like I only have one location. So that's not going to play an effect here. So I'm going to leave that empty. I'm going to place that in there, and we're going to publish that. Now, if all goes well, again, let's open that up and see our beautiful box menu. There we go. Look at that. So you'll notice when I hover over these items, we see some images in the background. Those come from when I first created our meal types of breakfast. I chose the toast icon, and I gave it the description. All our breakfast items come with your choice of coffee or milk. Again, with the lunch, I put the burger in the background as the image. I chose the icon, and I gave it a description. So you don't have to choose an icon. You don't have to put a description. If I didn't do that, we'll show you what happens. Let's go back to our menu. We'll go to our meal type. Let's go to breakfast. And let's remove our icon. I think I have the ability to remove it. Maybe I don't have the ability to change that now. So let's just remove our description and our image. We'll have to check out that icon issue in a minute. So breakfast, we have an icon and breakfast. If you don't ever place an icon, nothing will show up. Unfortunately, since I did place an icon for that, it will show. Right now, if we want to remove that, I can go into the inspector and put some CSS to hide that icon, but it would then hide all the icons. I don't want to do that, so let's go back to our breakfast icon, our breakfast meal type, and I'm going to add that description back, and I'm going to put our image back in there really quick just for this example, and I'm leaving this page on the demo site so you can see it. Let's refresh. There we go. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, drinks. They are in the order I wanted them to appear. That is when I put the slugs in, okay? So click on breakfast. Oh, look at that. Beautiful breakfast menu. We've got pancakes, we've got eggs, we've got waffles, we've got crepes. These titles, the items here, you guys can see these are collapsible. There's an option to pre-collapse them. If you want to contact me, I can give that to you, but you know, let's see some beautiful pictures and see our menu items when we open the menu up. So that's why we have it open, but the option is to collapse if you want to. Again, let's go back to our menu. Let's go to lunch. We've got sandwiches and burgers. That's the only menu items I put in there. We had salads and we had another item. but it's not there because I didn't put anything. Click our dinner menu. We've got chicken, we've got steaks, and you'll notice that all three of these items, even though they had different locations listed for them in the back end, they're all appearing because I did not specify a location for it. And then last but not least, our drinks. We've got wine and we've got kids' drinks. I don't know who would give their kid a cafe espresso mix, but more power to you. Maybe it'll knock them out later for bedtime. Alright guys, so that is our meal types, our dish types, our location. I did 2 pretty simple menus for you. We're going to continue on with some more videos and tutorials on how to do some more advanced things with the online ordering and the single menu item add-ons. But for now, thank you for watching and take care.